Tangled Before Ever After. I don't like the title, but I like that Tangled is a series. Tangled is just it's a very light-hearted movie. It's silly. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and because its main character is a girl with 70 feet of hair, it really shouldn't. So it works. It's silly, it's flawed, but it's so sweet and has so many likable, just scenes to it that I can't help but. Yeah, I enjoyed this. I like that Tangled became a series. Is it good that Tangled became a series? Would it have been better to have a sequel? No. No, in my experience, sequels are usually awful. If, it's not just that it's not as good as the first one, it's just usually bad. And even if it's like midway decent, then it becomes like a six-part series of movies that just get worse with each installment. Just distilled versions of what made the first one likable. It's just, yeah, it's a very dangerous expansion to something that was good once upon a time, but then turned awful. God. So many Leprechaun movies. I know that's a trashy horror series, but still, so many. So many of the original Planet of the Apes movies. And going into animation, Shrek the Fourth. By God, a travesty. Though, to DreamWorks' credit, Madagascar 3 and Kung Fu Panda 3 were both my favorite versions of all those little series. They got their TV series were quite awful. But anyway, back to Disney. Disney has been doing this to their most popular movies for over 20 years. And, I actually prefer when they made the series versus when they made the direct-to-video movies. The direct-to-video movies were usually pretty awful. The thing is, a sequel is like a big story. It's like a big continuation to the first one that tries to top the first one. And because people can do it, they just settle for some lame story, and then people are disappointed that it's not as good when they have a chance to make a sequel. The thing about series is, they're short, but there are many, so you have lots of little hits and misses to make up for it. Plus, there's a lot more character development with, episode after episode because they get different chances to have little slice of lives. It's just them and their daily function with an adventure or a problem, and that's easier to watch. And you can choose not to watch it, unlike sequel where you feel like, okay, it's just there. It's 2 hours of your life that you can give or take, whereas a series, just I don't know, 10 or 20 minutes once in a while. I just find that easier to slice up time and absorb things easier in a series than a sequel. And I've had, my feelings for Disney series have got up and down. Okay, first Disney series that I can remember was Little Mermaid series. It was just cute. It wasn't amazing because I would have much rather a series about Ariel being on land and getting used to it, because that was the best part of Little Mermaid, when she was just enjoying the craziness of being on land. And if she could actually voice her crazy opinions and explain how mermaids live, that would have been interesting. I'm sad that that didn't happen, but oh well. Move on. The Aladdin series I actually liked very much. I rewatched it recently this year, or at least in 2016, and yeah, I liked it. It was kind of nice to see Aladdin adjust to, royal responsibilities and get used to the idea of, becoming a sultan, becoming a husband, eventually becoming a father. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm a little sad that Genie was more like Homer Simpson than Robin Williams, but, they were on a budget. Jasmine could have been explored a little more. At worst, she was kind of just the nagging girlfriend, but that makes sense because she was a spoiled princess. To her credit, they kind of explored that part of her personality where, she was sheltered, but she always tried to be tough. And not in the yay girl power thing, more in just, here's a person that wants to, follow up with all of her dude friends and show that she can keep up with them. That's actually pretty realistic. Wasn't explored so well in every episode. A lot of times she was just the token love interest. But, ups and downs, I could take that because there were good episodes and bad episodes. There wasn't just this one shot where she could have been better or worse. There were many. And that is easier to swallow. Let's see. Ooh, the Hercules series. That was my guilty pleasure. But Hercules is a guilty pleasure because it's wonderful, amazing Greek mythology mixed with silly, mundane, kind of goofy sitcom style. But I liked it because I liked Hercules, I liked its cheeky humor, and I liked the series. I loved how in the series they had crazy guest stars. I mean, Reba McEntire was the goddess Artemis, and she was pretty good, man. I mean, God, if I could want an animated Artemis, that's how I wanted to. Kind of like this, Annie Oakley type. It was great. God, and Reba can really voice act pretty well. I wish she would do it more often. Let's see. Ooh, Tarzan. The Tarzan series was actually pretty boring, but I really shipped Tarzan and Jane back in the day when it came out, so that's why I watched it. And so, yeah. Let's see. Oh, 101 Dalmatians. 101 Dalmatians is my shallow love. The series wasn't that good, it wasn't that bad. It was just puppies having little cute adventures on farms. And I liked it because I shallowly just thought Dalmatians were adorable. When I was a kid, I used to want to collect all 101 Dalmatians because I just thought that'd be so much fun to have 100 puppies. Not 100 living puppies because that'd just be a mess, but just 100 little Dalmatians was just the cutest thing. It's a shallow love, but there it is. Let's see. Way back in the day, there was the Jungle Book Cubs. It was like this little, graded down version where the animals from the Jungle Book were kids that were friends. It wasn't very good at all. Like, nothing about it. I didn't like anything about it. No, bad example, bad. Oh, the newest little, Disney series based on a classic movie, The Lion Guard, that plays on the little Disney for Kids channel. I don't like it. I liked that they kept Kiara, but the part where these animal kids are keeping the predators from eating their prey is just stupid. So, yeah, I don't like it at all. No. But yeah, that's a history of so many like TV series going bad, good, bad, good. Oh, the Peter Pan one I never watched because I just don't like pirates. So, moot point there. Hmm. So yeah, Disney has gone up and down with its series, but again, I've always liked the series way more than I can ever watch the direct-to-video ones. Those were just bad altogether. So many mistakes. But if we go back to Tangled originally, then yeah, I can be happy with Tangled getting to be a series. I liked Rapunzel. Originally, I didn't like Tangled that much when it came out all those many years ago because I thought, yeah, this chick should be way more messed up than just being that really sheltered girl next door. If they really wanted to, like, make it more convincing to me, they should have made her like Quasimodo from Hunchback of Notre Dame, who was just so messed up that he was talking to rocks and thinking they were alive. That was a very subtle, fucked up situation, and that was really cool. Or, more recently, that Netflix show Stranger Things 11, how she only knows like 2 or 4 words altogether, and it's like slow to comprehend stuff. That would make more sense for, a kidnapped girl living just for her powers and experimentation. That's exactly how I would have preferred my Rapunzel. But it's a Disney movie where she's just supposed to be a girl in a cute dress, so yeah. But as for Rapunzel herself and the version of this character that exists, I like her. I mean, she's basically just a blonde Ariel with legs. So, I have nothing against her. She's just cute. What I would like her series to be like is, again on Netflix, there's this show called Kimmy Schmidt, and it's about a girl who was kidnapped in a cult for 15 years, and then she, escapes, she goes to New York, she tries to live her life, and it's just so quirky and hilarious, but also very poignant, and yeah, I wish Rapunzel would have like those kind of like struggles where she admirably tries to stay perky and happy despite all the issues, like the realistic issues of being like just held up in a bunker for 15 years. Yeah, that's what I would like my Rapunzel to be like. Oh, also, Kimmy Schmidt is the show that pointed out that, you know, Tangled shows that blondes have more power than brunettes, which is true. I was a blonde for 2 years, and people would, like, let me cut lines, and they would hold doors open for me. And as my natural brunette, I was never treated that good, so, yeah, blondes have the power. Lucky them. Oh well. But anyway, back to the Tangled series. I would like to see a series about Tangled. I want to see Rapunzel get used to the whole living in a kingdom and these new responsibilities where she's gonna be a future queen. Yeah, that's what I wanted Ariel to go through, and they're basically the same person, so yeah, this might be the answer. It won't be because mermaid to human versus kidnapped human to princess, different issues, but still might be interesting. Let's see. Oh, Finn has kind of Aladdin problems of where, yeah, he was a thief, but now he's gonna marry a princess, so he's gonna have to clean up his act and prove he's good enough. But still, he's so snarky, it'll be fun. But the character I am most excited for is Maximus the horse. That horse was my favorite part of the movie. He was like Sherlock Holmes and some kind of bloodhound woven into a horse, and it made me realize how fucking huge horses are. They are big animals. And that horse used his strength, used his power. Like, he was a big dude. Like, I love seeing him fight with that human guy. That part where, like, Eugene is just sitting on his back, and he's like, go, horsey, go. And the horse just turns around, his pupils shrink. It's like, fuck no, dude. Fuck no. It's like, he speaks for the horses. Yay! And he has a mission! And actually, some of the human guards respect and understand his mission. It's beautiful. So yes, Tangled the series, bring back Maximus! Okay. Ease it down. Ease it down. Because hopes are like balloons. They need to be tied down because when you let a balloon float into the air, it pops somewhere else and just becomes garbage. And no, hopes are just... no. You need to tether them down and keep them low. Keep them low because reality is filled with disappointments and miseries and compromises. So, yes, Tangled the series will not answer all of my hopes and dreams for Disney canons. It won't, but it'll probably be fun. It'll probably be likable, and I'll probably look forward to seeing it, and I'll probably rewatch it 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I'm keeping my expectations at a medium. I'm hoping I'll like it and that it's going to stay with some kind of progressive trait of where, you know, the characters are people that go through problems. They're not trying to prove anything too much, not more than they have to, or more that's reasonably expected for them. But yeah, my expectations, I'm going to keep medium. I think I'm going to like this show, but I'm not expecting it to blow me away. So yeah, that's my hope for March. I look forward to March. I look forward to Tangle the series. So yeah, Disney, I expect nothing great from you, except I expect great from you. So yeah, come to me Tangled. Come to me Tangled.